the ship sailed across the Pacific Ocean, a large wave knocked the anchor loose. Then old Strongalong dove into the water to unhook the anchor. Minutes later, Strongalong came out of the water with the anchor.
A creature the size of 5 grown men was holding onto the anchor with its 8 tentacles, grabbed me and started to pull me down. I barely got away.
This monster is called an octopus.
There are many mysteries and wonders to be found. Who am I? My name is Hank. I search and learn new things about the wild. Will you join me for another adventure to discover more wonders? Then get ready for Wild Wonders. I barely got away. This monster was called an octopus. Creatures like the giant squid, octopus, sharks, whales, and cuttlefish have triggered the human imagination to create myth and stories that represent these creatures as fearsome monsters. But even though they look scary, octopuses are not monsters. Octopuses are cephalopods. Cephalopods are marine animals that have bilateral body symmetry. Bilateral body symmetry means that you can divide an organism into two, and the two parts will be mirror images. We also have bilateral body symmetry. See? Octopuses, squids, cuttlefishes, and the nautilus are part of the cephalopod family. Cephalopods also have a prominent head and a set of arms or tentacles. These guys are also called inkfish because most cephalopods can produce ink. That doesn't sound very scary. I wonder which octopus inspired this story. Let's find out. There are about 300 known species of octopuses. We know that this is a very large species of octopus, like a giant. It lives in the Pacific Ocean, so which octopus can this be? Oh, of course, the giant Pacific octopus, or Anthroctopus dophelini. They are the largest species of octopuses and they live in the North Pacific Ocean. So let's go see one for ourselves, and I know just the place. This is a giant Pacific octopus. Not as big as 5 grown men. These guys can grow up to about 100 pounds and then can be long as 16 feet. We've heard of a 35-foot giant Pacific octopus being caught in Tacoma, Washington. That's big enough to cover a Volkswagen Beetle. According to scientists, these guys can keep growing as long as they have plenty of food. So, an individual big as 5 grown men might be possible. And it was holding onto the anchor with its 8 tentacles. We talk about octopuses having 8 tentacles, and a lot of people think that. But they actually have arms. Arms and tentacles are very different. How do I explain? Maybe this will help.
Meanwhile, in the lab of Professor said,
Oh, handyman! Oh, where are you, handyman? Here I am, master. How many times do I have to tell you, don't do that? Andy is very sorry, master. Now tell me, what's on today's agenda?
First, we have afternoon cup of tea.
Done.
Nap time.
Done.
Taking over the world.
In progress.
And explain the difference between arms and tentacles. But, master, isn't arms and tentacles the same thing?
That's why it's on the list, Handy. Yes, both arms and tentacles are very similar, but very different. Let me show you. Arms and tentacles are commonly found in invertebrates, which are animals without
Cars!
bones, Handy. Bones! Without bones.
Oh.
Tentacles and arms are elongated, flexible internal organs with suction cups. Both arms and tentacles are found in cuttlefish and squids.
How about an octopus?
Good guess, but no. Octopuses only have arms. In arms, you can find the suction cups along its whole length, while for tentacles, you can only find them in their tips.
Is that the only difference, Doctor?
No, they are very different in their function. Now, take a look at this. Tentacles are mainly used to catch their prey by squids and cuttlefish. Look at that cuttlefish using them like spears. Arms are also used to grab their prey, but they have a secondary function. Behold! Animals such as octopuses use their arms for holding and sensing their environment. The arms are also used for locomotion, whether that would be gliding across the water or walking on their arms. Cuttlefishes also use their arms for communication. Now, do you understand the difference?
I think so, Doctor. So, is it that the distribution of the suction cups are different? Also, a tentacle has only one primary function, while arms have diverse functions for the animals.
Very good, Handy. Now, cross it off the agenda. No, not like this. I'm too young. Okay, obviously this isn't real.
You might read in books of octopuses grabbing onto people and dragging them into water. Well, that's impossible. Octopus's arms are covered with suction cups. Each arm will have about 200 suction cups. That's 1,600 in total. An octopus is able to control each suction cups separately. What's amazing is that each one allows the octopus to taste what it touches. Can you imagine to able to taste what you touch with your hands? What's an octopus doing with this adaptation of touch and taste? It's searching for food. They eat shrimp, crab, clam, and fish. Even though octopuses have really good eyesight, this is what they see. Because all the plankton in the water, you can't see very well. And when you're looking for dinner and you can't see, then you gotta rely on touch and taste. Hey guys, over here. So when a book says an octopus grabbed onto a person, it was probably tasting it if it was something to eat. Current research shows that octopuses are highly intelligent animals. They can recognize itself in the mirror, learn from observation, and able to problem solve, exhibiting impressive learning and memory ability. Maybe because we didn't know how intelligent these animals are, and we didn't know what they were doing, that we invented stories of monsters. So all the things we learned today, I learned it at my local aquarium. There are so many wonders to be discovered, and there's nothing better than you discovering those wonders for yourself. So take a dive at your local aquarium and see what you can learn. And I will see you on our next discovery on Wild Wonders.